Sally, what have you been up to?
Well, I've been looking into some more of London's hidden secrets with our new series, My Hidden Bit of London. And we've gone east down the Thames to Wapping. But listen to the name of the place where we've been. Execution Dock.
Oh,
not my usual thing. But taking us there is the mudlarker and the author Lara Maitland. So here is Lara's My Hidden Bit of London.
Drift along to this corner of London and you'll find some grisly tales involving pirates and pints.
Cheers.
Our tour guide today is the mudlarker, author and Thames lover Lara Maitland.
My hidden bit of London is the foreshore at Wapping, specifically a place with a dark and gruesome history. I'm standing on Execution Dock. It's where people accused of piracy and treason on the high seas were brought to be hanged.
But our story actually starts away from the foreshore and on the road.
So why are we here, Lara?
Well, this is Wapping High Street, and this was the very last part of their journey for the condemned men. They were put in an open cart, brought through the streets of London, flanked by the hangman and the chaplain, with people throwing rubbish and goodness knows what at them as they went past, until they reached here, the final part of their journey.
This isn't going to be my usual cheerful piece, is it, Lara?
Not at all, Sally. No, I'm sorry. It's a pretty miserable tale.
Round the corner, a nearby pub would have been the prisoners' last port of call.
So the Turk's Head was where people came for their last pint. Not this one very close by, but this is almost where they were, is it?
Almost where they were. The condemned were afforded one last drink, or sometimes several, anything to dull the horror of what was going to happen next.
Sneak down one of these alleys and you can see the foreshore where they then finally headed.
So this is where it all happened, where it all went horribly wrong, is that right?
That's right. Hundreds of people lost their lives here, hanged on the foreshore, the most famous of all being Captain Kidd, who was hanged for piracy in 1701.
In fact, Lara has found a coin on this beach from the Caribbean from Captain Kidd's era in the 1600s. But for most of us, it's a noose, not a coin, that'll catch our eye.
So when people were here, were they surrounded by an audience? Would people have come and watched?
Absolutely. It was great fun. People would come for a day out. They'd bring their children. They'd be floating in boats just off the foreshore.
Really?
And others would be watching from taverns, including the notorious Judge Jeffreys.
So what would have happened here, Lara?
Well, this is the Prospect of Whitby, but back then it was called the Devil's Tavern because it's where the evil Judge Jeffreys, the hanging judge, would come chowing down on a nice juicy lamb chop, drinking his port and watching these poor souls hang.
I don't feel like I can say cheers to that.
I don't know, I think I can, I'm thirsty.
OK then, cheers.
Cheers.
Thankfully today this place is about pints, not pirates, but the stories live on.
Lara, if you had to sum your hidden bit of London up in one word, what would it be?
Can I use a phrase?
Go on then.
It's filled with ghosts.